Good afternoon. I've got a really tough dive question today, and my question is about my Atomic SS1 second safe regulator. I am wearing the Xena BCD. Love the BCD. I do have an extra pocket because it doesn't really have a lot of pockets or rings, and I do keep some things in there like my flashlights clipped in, my torches, but that's not my question today. My question today is about my second safe regulator right here. And here's what's going on. We're always looking at the safest way to handle any emergency and the safest way to accomplish our dives. And I have a whole lot of questions about safety of the SS1. But here's the thing. I really, really like it. And there's one overriding reason why I think we might ditch it. I'm not completely decided. Maybe you can help me out because I sure need some experts to chime in on this. One thing that I love about the SS1 is this eliminates another dangling octopus way out somewhere. I'm more streamlined, it has a low profile, and it also allowed me to lose a hose off of my regulator set. The other thing, there's a quick disconnect, and I actually really like the button shape and size. They're easy to find at night. They're easy to find when I have gloves on. They're easy to find. And also because the button colors are right here on me when there are other divers around me, it's pretty easy for them to figure out which person I am, also because it's highly unlikely for two people on the same dive to have the exact same colors. Some of the other things that are really great about this, it's a regular purge, the regulator's built in with your inflate and deflate. It allows me to keep this whole set close to my body and it also keeps it close to my mouth. Some people would say one of the other pros is there's a 2-year service warranty. Well, so is there on a regulator, so that's really a wash. But the thing is, for oral inflation, you're using an actual, like a regulator, and so it's very comfortable in your mouth. There's less bulk, there's less weight. And another thing is just for familiarity. I am forever touching this. I'm forever inflating, I'm forever deflating, I'm forever using the oral inflator, and so it's very, very natural. If someone were to yank my regulator out of my mouth, I feel like this would be no big confusion for me because I touch it so often. The two reasons that we are considering removing this are, one is in an emergency ascent, dumping air, because I do have a shoulder dump here, but that's, you know, what if I'm using this and I also need to dump air at the same time? Is that something I'm going to be able to do really well, especially when I'm hanging on to someone else? Or is it any different if I have a separate octopus and I have to dump air anyway? So that's something, that's what I'm asking you. Is that really a consideration? Another is if I have a leaking inflator, is that going to affect or impact my performance of my octopus? I'm not sure. Some of the pros and cons for having, and my husband's already, Bill, best dive partner ever, has already set me up with this is a Ziegel right here. We got it down at Pura Vida in Riviera Beach when we were down diving Blue Heron Bridge, and so you can see he's already set me up right there. And so some of the drawbacks, which are kind of the opposite of the benefits of the SS1, are that this does dangle. It's another hose. It's something that can get snagged on something. Another drawback was we actually had to buy this octopus, the line, and I'm going to have to buy another inflator because I don't have the original inflator. It didn't come with my set because I had the SS1. So those are some of the drawbacks. Another is this is all less streamlined. This is more weight. Another is if someone grabs my main octopus, the spare octopus is far away. Oh, there's a bird building a nest in the light right up here. So the spare octopus is far away from my mouth, where with the SS1, if someone grabs mine, like I said, this is right here and so easy to get to, and I'm so used to touching it that it's right in place. And another concern would be that I'm so used to having this so close that is it going to take me a second to figure out, you know, where is this octopus? Is it going to take me a moment to locate it if somebody pulls mine? If somebody pulls mine out, this is right here. So that's the question. It seems like there are so many pros, so many good reasons for the SS1, and it seems like there are only two main drawbacks. And then for an extra dedicated regulator, it seems like mostly drawbacks. So I don't know. Is this an endless debate, one that we will never win? Please chime in. Please leave comments below. I hope you found my breakdown of the pros and cons useful. I hope it makes you think about your setup and how safe is it for you and how safe is it for someone else. And yes, I understand that for your second octopus you can have something around your neck and it could be hanging there, and that was that kind of would have ended up as a con for me, something else around my neck hanging, more stuff to snag. So please let me know, what are your thoughts? I would love it if you like below so that I know that you actually listened to the points and considered them as well. And please leave a comment if any of those pros or cons actually are not that valid or nothing to worry about. I mean, I've read some things like someone said that they were doing a rescue course and it was easier with the SS1. I read somebody else said they did a rescue course, it was easier not using it, but did they use both? Did they really know? So I'd love to hear from someone who's used both and has a lot of experience with both. You know, am I right? Am I wrong? Should I be switching over? Have I done the right thing? Do I need to remove this totally? And of course there is the third option. You know, option 1 is keep the SS1, option 2 is go to a second regulator, and option 3 would be to keep them both. But then again, I'm back to, it's a lot of extra weight, isn't it? And just in case I wasn't very clear, I just want to make sure that I did cover the 2 drawbacks of the SS1, and that was the dumping air on an emergency ascent. Am I going to be able to deal with dumping air from a shoulder perch and hanging on to someone else? And the other was, if my inflator's leaking, is that going to affect the performance of this octopus that I'm then going to be relying on? And does that mean a canned dive, or does it mean a canned dive anyway? So please weigh in with your comments and your suggestions. All right, my husband brought up another good consideration. My best dive partner ever, Bill, brought up a good consideration, which is on a controlled ascent, I would be holding this up and dumping air like that, not necessarily pulling on it like that to do the shoulder dump. That technically I would be doing this because that would also allow me to make sure that I don't come up underneath a boat or something like that. And having this in my mouth means I definitely would not be able to extend this and dump like that. So is that a problem? Do I need to worry about this? Which factors are most important? Which factors are the most critical safety factors? That's my question. So thank you so much for watching. Please leave your comments below. I would love some guidance from some dive masters, some people who dive an awful lot with this gear, and let me know what your thoughts are. I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll look forward to hearing from you. Bye.